Good morning. How's everybody doing? Okay, so we're doing another Charlie's Angels review, movie review. Hopefully, everybody had a good weekend, a good night, whatever it is, and hopefully that everything's going right. So this one here, we're doing 2003 Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, 2003 version of the Charlie's Angels. I've got it. I might as well talk about it. I don't know if I've talked about it on this channel already, but we're going to do it anyway just to see what happens. So anyway, this is the one where they is it the motorcycle race one? Yeah, this is the race one. Anyway, so they end up chasing this guy that stole. They blew up the intelligence agency. They were chasing Bosley out. I think this is the one where they were chasing Bosley out. So it was a pretty good movie. They run around the track on this one, and they run through town with a race car, kind of like Sylvester Stallone did in Driven. This came out after that, so they copied it. It was kind of fun how they did things. Was Bill Murray in this one? Yeah. No. Well, I may have got them all confused up. But this is another Charlie's Angels movie. This one was actually pretty good. Can't let that computer go off because I got my notes over there and I've got notes over here. So anyway, they did a pretty good job on that. And it turns out that this was actually a pretty good movie. It was actually something worth watching. I've got it. I watch it all the time. They had a hideout in Mexico. There's all kinds of fun things they did in this movie, and it gets FBI agents, and there's just lots of action going on, and they don't tend to hide anything going on. And why is that going on in that one? Oh well, figure it out later once we get all these movie reviews knocked out. This is a high action good movie. I'd recommend you go watch it. It does have some politics involved in it because women spies, which doesn't really happen all that much in the real world, and they're usually not this good looking when they do. They're usually less frumpy or more frumpy than these girls are. Sony Pictures did a pretty good job on this one, but this is the way they were walking down, and then this is they had to go. Oh yeah, they did the military truck falling off the bridge with this one, where they jumped in the helicopter and flew away to rescue their person. This is the one they did. Yeah, I told you I was getting them all mixed up. I just watched them a couple days ago too, and I'm getting them all mixed up. That's okay. These Charlie's Angel movies are easy to get mixed up because it's basically the same actors, more or less doing the same thing. The plot's basically the same for all of them, except for the new one. They're going to save the bad guy. They're going to do some weird stunts that nobody else could do, and women couldn't do in real life. They're going to beat up people, and they're going to do things that women can't do in real life. So it's just good entertainment. It's not anything representative of real life. But this is the one where they did the helicopter, and they rescued the guy. They blew up a couple things, lots of explosions. Trucks, cars blew up. Then the guy gets kidnapped or stolen. They got to go get the rings. They do boarding down the Pacific Coast Highway down the hill to catch the rings, and they did all that fun stuff in this one. It's a pretty good movie. Rings. They got 3 rings for the nest security and the guy that stole them. Then they got to chase O'Grady, which is Drew Barrymore's character's ex-boyfriend that she put in jail to become an angel. They had bike racing on this one. They were jumping bikes through the course to chase find the right guy. The creepy thin man was there. They were chasing him and breaking him and figuring him out. And then of course at the end there was the big fight up on the up on the roof, and yeah, it was something they couldn't really actually do because they had these women beating up men that were bigger than they are. It just, everybody well trained. Men win usually most of the time, except for in MMA and stuff like that. Then an untrained man against a trained woman, they may come equal, may not. But it's not something that's going to happen very often. Maybe they'll find some instances of it where she's 600 pounds or she's a big bodybuilder and somebody half her size, maybe. But then again, maybe not. Anyway, so these guys, this was a pretty good movie. They did do some weird things in the movie, but that's okay. They pretty good way to entertain yourself for 2 hours. That's about all it is. Don't consider anything in this movie real life. It's just good entertainment. And the message they're sending, you gotta look past that to see the movie itself. And it's just really not a good movie, a good way of doing things. So anyway, this is another Sony Pictures release. They did it in June 27, 2003. It was released worldwide at that time. Their runtime was 2006. It was United States English. They spent $120 million on it, and they made $259.2 million on it. $259.2 million on it. So this one was actually better than the 2019 version of Charlie's Angels. But the 2000 version did better, and it was still a better movie. Even though this is the kind of thing that we have to put up with nowadays, it's still pretty good. Pretty good movie to watch. It's not something that it's good for date night, but it is still a good entertainment just to put on for noise. Anyway, so we'll talk to you later. Be safe, and we'll see you.